Good evening. I'm Prerna Jhunjhunwala, the founder of Creative Galileo. Now, given we are here to talk about education, let's talk about the one thing we were all petrified of: exams, tests, quizzes. And I am going to test your fears, and I'm going to ask you a question. When do you think this picture is from? Take a guess. 100 years, 50 years, 20 years? Well, this image is from 700 years ago, from the medieval times. Isn't it amazing that there is a teacher sitting up there as students are sitting down taking notes? While every industry has seen such a big disruption, we continue to teach children in the exact same manner. We need to understand, libraries are no longer the largest source of information. It is actually Google. The system, the thought process needs a change. While books and textual learning have been fundamental to education for centuries, there is enough research and data to show that there are better formats of learning now. Research by education psychologist Richard Mayer suggests 10% of children understand what they hear, 20% of what they read, and 80% of what they see. And I'm going to demonstrate it. I call it my Sholay test, okay? Think of a movie, Sholay or Star Wars. Think of a character. Think of a scene. Think of a dialogue. Star Wars, for those who don't understand Sholay. You can vision something? Now think back 30 days ago, what you read in the headlines of the newspaper. How many of you can remember that headlines that you read 30 days ago, 20 days ago, or even 10 days ago? Visual learning has its impact, and why should it be any different for children? We are in the Gen Z era, the AI generation. If education is the passport to future, AI and gamified learning is the key to that future. The Journal of Education Psychology found that gamified learning environments increase the release of dopamine and increase the engagement in children when they are participating in the classroom. This helps with their attention, this helps with their excitement, and this helps them retain knowledge a lot better. What if you could learn science from Einstein? What if you could learn maths from Pythagoras and history from Gandhiji? What if we could teach our children using Peppa Pig, Little Singham, Pokemon, something? So one of you asked me a question. Hi, Singham. What is 2 plus 2?
That's a good question. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. If you have 2 apples and I give you 2 more, it becomes 4.
Who invented the light bulb? It's flashing right on my face.
Light bulb was invented by Thomas Edison. Want to know a fun fact about him? Other than the bulb, he had 1,093 inventions.
How many colors are there in a rainbow?
That's a colorful question. There are 7 colors in the rainbow.
Well, you know what this does? It puts education in the pocket of every child. A teacher who they love to learn from, who can repeat the same algebra question 10 times if the child cannot understand. They can make education into a natural conversation. Take a child to a field trip, to a virtual field trip, wherever they want to go to. While traditional telephones were great, how many of you are using mobile phones today? Everyone is using a mobile phone. Then why should we be using textbooks only for learning and not switch to any fun formats of learning for our children? And it is the real need of the hour. UNESCO reports that there are 758 million adults lacking basic literacy. That is the combined population of Nigeria, Brazil, and Indonesia. We have a loss of $1 trillion in productivity each year because of lack of literacy. That is the entire GDP of a country like Netherlands. 258 million children don't have access to schools. And here comes a personal note on why I even started doing education. When I was young, I used to go to jute factories with my father. These jute factories used to be in Agarpara, Baranagar, places of Bengal where most of you would not even have heard of. And I used to go and work in those factories with the workers, and they used to tell me, Didi, आप तो पढ़े लिखे हो, आप मेरे बच्चों को कुछ पढ़ा दो, please. I used to sit with those kids, and those kids were actually my age. I was 12 and they were 12 too. But what they were studying was at least 4 years behind of what I was learning in school. Were they incompetent? No. Did they not have the ability to grasp knowledge? No. It was just that I had better access to education. And we have a shortage of 10 lakh teachers in our country. We need to bridge this gap, and technology can unlock this at a global potential. Kids entering kindergarten today are going to be graduating in 2082. We have to prepare them for that journey. And generative AI, gamified learning, online learning will be our key to doing so. You know, our children are being treated in education like fast food. You know how many of you have had, I'm sure all of us actually have had McDonald's before. How McDonald's is same for everybody, education is becoming same for every child. Well, what fast food is doing to our body, mugging up and rote learning is doing to our minds, to the minds of our children. So I want to end this entire talk with a very short note. My father wanted me to become a classical dancer. He sent me to Kathak class, and then Bharatnatyam class, and then sent me to Shamak Davar dance classes. And recently I found out Shahid Kapoor went to the same Shamak Davar dance classes at me. All I can say, it did not work out for me like it worked out for him. No matter how hard I tried, I just could not move the same way. Was there something wrong with me? No. I just didn't share the same excitement for classical dance forms. We are unique. Each child is unique, and that uniqueness needs to be respected. It needs to be appreciated. Tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. And Creative Galileo is my journey of taking our education system from that to that. Thank you, everyone.